Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and this time not on a magic roundabout. I've got this already made Corgi Toys Mercedes ambulance. Now the reason why I've got this is because one of my subscribers has asked me to demonstrate how I make and fit the safety H-frames in my model banger racers, like this one. I'll just show you underneath it so you can see that, like this one here. So I'll do my very best to demonstrate this. I've not pulled this one apart especially for the video, but unfortunately one day it fell off the shelf and it fell apart on impact when hitting the ground. So I thought I'll use this as an example of how they're made. So this could be a good one, so do bear with me. Like I say, do my very best. And here we go. Right, so basically they're made out of matchsticks. You know, your old safety matches, your long ones. You can get it at any supermarket, that sort of thing. Yeah, they're the ones I use anyway. So I usually use 3 of these normally. Yeah, so I've got 3 of them. Right, now normally when I do these, I do the width ways, or when it goes across a casting, whichever way we want to call it. So to do this, it goes inside, okay, and so I already marked it there where you need to cut it. So make sure both ends fit inside the casting. Okay. Like you can use a Dremel or any kind of cutting tool to do this. Right, so that's that. So it should fit in there. Fingers crossed it does. Right, just about fits. Ooh, bear with me. Okay. So it slides in behind the driver's seat. I'll just get that in place to show you. Wait a minute. Okay, so directly behind the driver's seat, like that. Okay. Right, where's bear with me for a second, I've lost a bit. Oops. The bit that broke off when I was cutting it, where did it go? I do not know. Right, okay. Right, so that's the one that goes widthways. Okay, behind the driver's seat. Okay. Right, now the uprights, which are, let's get me tool here. This is what I call the upright posts, which are these ones here and here. Now they will vary in length depending on what vehicle you use to do this. Like, so I'm using this ambulance, so the posts are going to be slightly longer. So what you do is, so you need to get another matchstick, okay, and it's got to be flush with the edge of the casting. So Where's my pen gone? So what we need to do is try and hold it in place. Okay. So okay, so you need to cut that one. I apologise if I go off camera sometimes. Right, okay, right, so that's one of your uprights, your upright posts, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Right, so you do another one the same length to start off with. So, boom, 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 boom. So I've got another one here that's been pre-cut. Right, try and get them level best you can. Right, now if you can get them together, so they're both even at one end, you do hold them together and try and get them together. Okay, right now then, so what you do is, so you stand them up, okay, so you stand them up, I can't try to do this at an angle so you can see it. Okay, like that. Right. Right, if I take this ready-made one out, make it easier to see what's going on. Okay. Right, so you should have one going width ways and two going lengthways, uprights. Okay. So I always put me one going across first. Try and get it straight as best you can. It is fiddly, I must admit, so do bear with me please. Okay, so when you're happy with the position, get your two uprights. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, get it straight. So you get your glue, your super duper. Okay. Right, so you get one upright and glue that in place as best you can. Make sure it stays there as well. I apologise, my hand's in the way. Some bit of glue on there. Just try and hold it in place. You can just about see that. So you're going to get it other upright in position, like that. Glue that in place. Okay. You might got to let that dry now. It will take a while. Okay, so that's your H frame. Okay, when all this is dry, I tend to glue it in place, like here. I'll just show you that, making it fall apart. Yeah, so I usually put glue there normally, and glue that side. You can just see that. And also I tend to put glue on the top of the post as well to hold it in position at the top here, here and here, when it's all fully dried. Okay. Right, while that's drying, the other thing I do, if you can see that, if I lay it down, it might fall apart. Okay, so you can see that. Right, you will find when you're happy with this, you will find what I do anyway. But I find that when it's in place, I find that the posts, the uprights, are just a little bit longer than the bottom edge of the casting. It tends to overlap, like as you can see there. You can see there, it looks like it's just slightly longer. So when the whole thing is dried, if it's like that, the base won't fit flush. If I can show you just to demonstrate without upsetting it. Yeah, so it's not going to sit flush back on the casting. Right, so what I do is you take the bottom end of the post, the upright posts, here and here. Well, you can either use a file, straightforward flat file there, just to file some off carefully without breaking it. Or you can get your cutting tool and just very carefully just trim away the tiny bits of it. And what I tend to do is when I think I've cut enough off, I'll put it back in the casting, and when I'm happy with it, I get the base, and it normally sits flush back in place. Okay. So while that one's drying, oh, pardon me, I do apologise for that. How rude of me. The other thing you can do with these, what I like to do is, when they're fixed inside, you know, all glued in position and everything else, I like to try and paint these, just sort of bring them up a bit. You can do if you want to, it's entirely your choice. You can paint them silver, like to match like the metal, or you can paint them to match the colour of the car. Totally your choice. Most castings you can do these H fades for them, but you do get the odd one now and again, like on this one here I'm working on, where I've not done a H fade for it simply because the whole interior, or the underside of it I should say, like the wheel arches, are all sort of worked into the body. Well, it all comes apart, but there's no. Well, I suppose I could have done one really behind the back seat, I suppose, but it's a bit late now. Well, yeah, so you do get some castings where the interiors also house the axles as well. The whole interior does sometimes, like on the Buick Regals. I think the Rover SD ones are like that as well. So you will get one or two like that where you can't make one and fit it. So yeah, but other than that, other cars I've done it with, like the Corgi and Matchbox Jaguars. What else have I done them on? Dinky and Corgi Austin taxis. If I can show you on a dinky version here. You can't really see it over here well, really, because of the light. If I get in a position where you can just about, yeah, you can just about see it in there, yeah, in that one. Bugger. Anybody's let my phone flying. Oh dear. Oh, back again. Right, okay. I know it's a very bad video, but everything goes wrong, but right. So yeah, that's about it basically. So when the whole thing is dried, just try the base now and again. When you try the base, if it doesn't fit, just file off or use a cutting tool to cut tiny bits off. Just trim it down. Try the base until it fits, and yeah, and just sort of glue it in position. That's it basically. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. So, like I said, I've tried to describe it and show you best I can. Yeah. So if you're ever going to do one of these banger models and you come to doing this bit, yeah, try and yeah, try and follow my videos, see how you get on. Okay, so until the next video, bye for now.